We got the FighterJet here today, and we are going to be applying the Poppy's Patina Wipe-On Clear Coat.
We are finally getting the paint fixes done on the car. I am applying the Poppy's Patina Clear Coat, and there's a few steps you have to do. It's kind of an interesting process. It's not like a normal paint job. You have to start by washing the car to get all the gritty dirt off of it so you don't scratch it. Are you good with being in here?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Start by washing the car. Once it's all washed and dried, then you go in with a Scotch-Brite pad, which is actually included in the Poppy's Patina kit, and you have to scuff down the whole car. And I did kind of overdo it in a couple places, like right here, that's that black mark, and a couple spots here, but it's not a huge deal. I don't really care. So for those who have not been here or have not seen my other videos on this, I kind of just want to make the car look decent, and I want to preserve the sort of, it's not really patina because it's not a metal car, but I want to preserve the paint look it does have. Like, it's rough around the edges, and that's kind of like the brand of the FighterJet, and I kind of want to preserve that. So I'm doing a Poppy's Patina Clear Coat, which is a wipe-on clear coat. You don't spray it, you get an applicator pad, and you literally just wipe it on. And other than that, it is basically a normal clear coat, but it's more viscous, so it self-levels better and doesn't leave as many streaks. So I already have done the first step by washing the car, and I am going over it with the Scotch-Brite pad now, just to kind of scuff things up. But yeah, I kind of want to just preserve how it looks. For those who don't know also, and if you've heard in some of my other videos, the car sat for 12 years before I bought it, and it sat outside in the sun in a parking lot. So the whole top of the car, the clear coat burnt off, typical 80s GM clear coat, and there is still clear coat on the side. You can kind of see this fine line here where the clear coat starts again. And so I'm only going to be clear coating the top two-tone. The bottom still has all of its clear coat other than the front and rear bumper. So I'm going to be doing the top of the two-tone, the rear bumper, and then the front bumper, and that's pretty much it. I kind of just want to put a shine and a gloss on it because you can kind of tell, it's hard to tell in my videos, but the car has always been like matte. It's matte silver, and it doesn't have any kind of gloss or clear shine on it. So that's sort of what I'm doing, and I hope it comes out good, and I'll show you guys the process on how we do it. Like I said, you kind of have to be careful in a few spaces in order to ensure that just like it doesn't come out looking like crap, because it's very easy to mess this up for sure. It can come out very streaky, and then you'll have to go over and wet sand it and buff it, or you could do a very harsh cut and then a buff. But I'm hoping I don't have to do that, but we'll see how it comes out. I might have to. All right, so we got the scuff done, but I am going to do one more just general quick wash because we do have all of this kind of residue of the paint that I just scuffed off. And then after that, we are doing a wipe down with the wax and grease remover, and we can finally put the clear coat on. So here's what we got in terms of supplies. Obviously what comes with the Poppy's Patina kit, that's the wax and grease remover. And then you have the actual clear coat itself, which is that big one, and the catalyst, which acts as a hardener, which you mix with the clear coat. And these are the applicator pads. So they're basically just a sponge with a microfiber over it. And they give you a bag of old t-shirts to wipe the car down. This is a company that is made for rusty old cars that you just want to preserve. So like, there's not a lot of thought given into it being perfect, but like, this isn't rusty. And so I want it to be a little more perfect than their average customer's patina build. So I'm not sure if I'm using those shirts. Then you do need a paint mixing cup. You have to mix the catalyst with the clear coat. I think it's 8-to-1, but I'll double check that. Obviously a mixer for that. And then this just makes it easier. You put the clear coat in here and have the applicator pad rather than sticking it in the cup. And that's pretty much it as far as supplies. So like I said, I'm gonna do one more regular wash and then we'll be good to go. Alrighty, I have finished with the scuff down with the Scotch-Brite pad. Everything is kind of scuffed. You can still see that clear coat line. I think for the most part that'll disappear once the clear coat is on. So I finished the scuff, finished the next wash. Got to do a whole bunch of washes with this thing. You use a lot of water. but hopefully it's worth it in the end. So the next step is to use the wax and grease remover that I mentioned before. Wipe down the whole car with that. Make sure to get any kind of oils or waxes off the car. That'll prevent the clear coat from sticking. And once that's on and the car is dry, we can finally apply this wipe-on clear coat. And I'm excited to see how it turns out. If it ends up looking horrible, oh well. I'll get the car repainted someday. It'll all be sanded off and fully repainted, but if it ends up looking good, I'll keep it. Kind of preserve this patina look it has. I'm gonna do the wax and grease remover out here in the sun so that it helps make sure the car is fully dry before putting on the clear coat. And I hope that helps a bit. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. I'll show you some footage of that. All right, I finished the wax and grease remover wipe down, and we are gonna go ahead and put it in the garage now. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pull it in now.
It's a long car.
Yeah, it is. All right, so now we got to mix it. So we got the regular clear coat here, and that has to, like I said, be mixed with a clear catalyst that hardens it and also ensures it dries on time. With a wipe-on clear coat, you want it to kind of dry as quickly as possible. And we're going to be using a mixing cup. So this is, like I said, an 8-to-1 ratio. So you find 8-to-1 here, you fill it with clear coat to the bottom line, and then just one part of the catalyst, so to the next two. And for the Corvette, I'm only going to use probably half of this. I think this whole thing can do one large truck or even a van. And I'm only doing the top two-tone. So there's no way I'm going to use all of it. I don't even know if I'll use half of it. So I'm going to pour half for now and see how it goes. You do have to shake this first. And the applicator pad, you are supposed to use compressed air to dust it off. We don't have a compressor right now, so I shook it and smacked it and did everything to get all the dust off that I could. And hopefully it goes well. But yeah, I got to shake this for a while now. I don't even know how long. All right, so I am done shaking the clear coat. We're gonna go ahead and open it up for the first time. Pretty sure this stuff basically is just regular old paint. Well, regular old clear coat. And so it's not really anything special other than the fact that it is a bit more viscous and helps it to self-level. That's kind of the point of this product, is that it's self-leveling, so you're able to wipe it on. It smells like regular paint. I had to smell it, why wouldn't you? All right, so 8-to-1, we're gonna go to this 2 right here. And I think that should be more than enough. So yeah, this stuff is very viscous. It's definitely more viscous than a regular paint. That looks about good. Yeah, okay, that's 2. On the 8-to-1 section, 2 right there. So that's 8 parts of the clear coat. Not sure if you have to shake the catalyst, but I'm gonna do it anyway. 8 parts clear coat, and then do 1 part of the catalyst. It actually took about half of it to reach that too. Right there seems good. Just stir it. This is weird, dude.
It's goofy.
I think this is gonna be more than enough, dude. Like,
That's a lot. That's
yeah.
all from YouTube to
Instagram.
yeah.
Corner until it's, oh wow, it just sucked up a whole bunch of it. Until it's no longer a stream, but there is no stream. Oh, I should be wearing gloves, but it's fine. Here's a stream. So you just gotta let all the excess drip out of there pretty much. Should definitely just soaked it too much. Alrighty guys, it's been 24 hours and I gotta say we're looking pretty good here. That's the reflection on the side. Again, this used to be completely matte. Only issue, the coat on the hood is pretty thin. I think it dried too quickly because of the residual engine heat from having the car running. So I'm gonna put a second coat on the hood. Not gonna film that just because it's the same process. I don't wanna waste your guys' time. But I'm about to put a second coat, shaking this stuff up on the hood and the rear fascia. And yeah, hopefully it comes out good. You can see kind of the streaks here and the applicator pad lines just from it drying too quickly. All right, the car's looking pretty great. We're gonna get some other shots of it, but also I wanna give a huge shout out to Joe here, who's my friend, and you guys might know him as Sideways NA on Instagram and YouTube, right?
Yeah, I'm starting.
Okay, yeah, same username though, right?
Yeah,
Sideways NA?
_
Okay, yeah, I'll put the tag up on the screen here. You got some awesome cars. You got the Subaru, you got a budget Civic build going on, and of course the Fiat right here. And the Miata. Oh, cool. How can I forget the drift Miata? That's like literally the main thing. He's got an awesome garage, which I think he's using to start churning out some content over the next few weeks and months. He's just moving in here. So
Civic build in there pretty soon.
Yeah, for sure. Really cool thing, and huge thanks again. I've been looking for a place to do this clear coat for so long, and it's just like been a pain to find a garage. My garage is full of stuff. But yeah, thank you again, man.
Of course.
I'll see you soon. Alrighty guys, this is your first look at the car outside in the daylight with the new Patina Wipe-On Clear Coat. I gotta be honest, it has been a pleasant surprise how well this came out, especially for a wipe-on product. There was no spray done here. I mean, you can just kind of see the gloss and the shine. Like there's actually, you know, the flake in the paint is visible for the first time. And like the whole thing just kind of has a nice gloss on it now for the first time ever. And it's really cool. I'm like not used to this at all because the Corvette has always been matte because all the clear coat burnt off over the multiple years of sitting outside. And like, somebody knows me, man. That's crazy. And yeah, so like it's just kind of crazy. It's different for me, and it's weird to see the car have a gloss on it because ever since I bought this car, it's been matte. So I left all of the base coat imperfections on the car. You can see the bumper here and like all of the black marks where the base coat was worn down more. And I kind of wanted to do that. I was kind of going for like a rough, kind of tattered look because that's kind of on brand for the FighterJet. And I kind of wanted to preserve its factory original paint and all the imperfections it had. So that's kind of why I went with just a clear coat over everything. I didn't want to repaint the whole car. You know, maybe someday I will, but like for right now, I'm actually kind of really liking how this came out. And like, as far as the results of the Patina, you can see the applicator pad lines and streaks if you look really close. I don't even know if you guys can see that, but you can see that the reflection's a bit foggy. And all of this can be taken out with a wet sand and a buff, just like any other clear coat you would do, even if it's sprayed on. And that's the other thing. So as far as my opinions on the Patina product and how it comes out, it's pretty damn good, especially for a wipe-on product. And here's the front bumper came out really nice. It's real smooth and real glossy. Here's the thing. So Patina, it will leave streaks in the paint. And obviously a silver car is going to hide a lot of that. If you were to do this on a black car, you're going to see a whole lot more of the imperfections, a whole lot more of the streaks, and kind of the issues with the car, and issues with the paint, really. But from my standpoint, I'm going to give you guys my opinion. The only other alternative to do what I wanted to do would be to spray clear coat with a normal paint sprayer and a compressor. I would have to buy a big old compressor, a paint gun, and all of the supplies to do that. This product prevents that. You don't have to buy anything to spray, but yeah, you're more likely to have streaks and imperfections in the clear coat. But here's the thing for me is I'm a beginner. I've never actually sprayed a car before. I worked at a body shop for 2 years in high school as an apprentice, but they never let me spray a car. I did all prep for 2 years straight. And so if I were to spray this car with clear coat as a beginner, I can pretty much guarantee that I'm likely going to orange peel the hell out of the car, and there's going to be a whole bunch of imperfections in the clear coat, and I'd likely have to wet sand it and buff it anyway. So with this clear coat that's wipe on, I don't have to buy any of the spray materials. I could just wipe it on, and if I was going to have to wet sand it anyway, if I sprayed it, then why not just do it like this, and I'll wet sand it down to get out any imperfections. And so I'm honestly really happy. You know, for me personally, I've never sprayed a car, like I said. I probably would have had to wet sand it anyway, even if I did spray it. So, but at the same time, like, I could totally get away with not wet sanding this. You know, nobody is really gonna tell unless you look really close, and you can see the streaky lines. Right here is a perfect example where you can actually see it on camera. And like, again, that kind of thing can be taken out with a wet sand. And so I'm probably going to end up doing that, but I really could honestly get away without doing it. The only reason I really do want to do it is so I can get this as glossy, mirror, smooth glass finish as I possibly can, and just kind of really have a nice finish. And I mean, I'll be honest, I did the front a bit better than the back. Like, the back is pretty bad in terms of streaks and marks and imperfection with the clear coat. I kind of broke the rule. I put a second coat and a third coat on the back without waiting the full 24 hours. And so you are supposed to wait 24 hours before putting on another coat of any kind. And I broke that rule on the back. As far as the rest of the car, I did follow that rule. And so, in all honesty, all things considered, it came out exceptionally well. Again, fair warning, if you have a black car or a much darker color, I would be just a bit more hesitant to use a wipe-on product like this. But if you have a white or a silver or a very light gray, and you're looking into Papi's Patina, then I would say freaking go for it. And as far as who else this product is for, I was quite literally the perfect candidate for a wipe-on clear coat like this, because my base coat was intact for the most part, other than, you know, the marks on the bumper and the headlight and the rear end. My base coat was in very good shape. You know, again, for those who don't know, my car sat outside in the sun for 12 years before I bought it, and it was just baking in the sun every day for 12 years straight. And that completely burnt the clear coat off the top of the car. The sides of the car, like the doors, still had clear coat, but the top was completely matte and it was all base coat. But that base coat was in good shape. It still had its silver, it still had its gray on the bumpers. And so I figured, you know, all this really needs is a clear coat, and it'll shine and have a gloss again. And I was pretty much right. Like, yeah, I kind of wanted to keep the imperfections. I could have gone and repainted the whole car, but like, guys, it looks pretty good. I gotta be honest, it looks pretty good, especially for a wipe-on product. Again, like, it's kind of blowing me away. I really honestly expected it to be quite a bit worse than this. I was really expecting there to be a lot of applicator pad marks and a lot of like streaks in it and runs and bubbles. And yeah, I have a couple runs here and there, but like, all things considered, again, this came out pretty damn good. Like, the only thing I would warn about is, again, if your car is a very dark color, it's probably going to end up looking a bit worse. But then at the same time, all you need is a wet sand and a buff, which is a lot of work, yes, but you can do it and get a great result. Like, it really wouldn't be hard to make this look 99% perfect. And also, absolutely freaking wear gloves, guys. Do not use Papi's Patina without rubber gloves. That was a stupid mistake of mine. I had a clear coat dried on my hands for like 2 days straight. Luckily for the second coat, I smartened up and I put rubber gloves on, but it really sticks to your hands. I tried everything. I tried acetone, WD-40, wax and grease remover. I tried a salt scrub. Nothing took it off. Kind of just had to wait essentially until I grew a new layer of skin, and that's when it finally started coming off. But yeah, I'm very happy with this product. There will be a link down below where you can get it. I don't make any commissions off of it, but I did get a discount from Papi's Patina in order to make a video with this, and I gotta say, I'm really happy with it. It's pleasantly surprised me. I was expecting to see a much worse result, and like, again, it's not perfect, but I can make it look 99% perfect if I wet sand it, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. But as far as what I wanted for the FighterJet, I wanted to keep its sort of rustic patina look. It's sort of like a weathered look almost, and you could tell it's been baked in the sun for many years. But I wanted to preserve that and keep the base coat from getting any more damage from the sun and rock chips, because it has been damaging the base coat as I drive the car. And now it's nice and preserved. It's protected from UV rays. The Papi's Patina Clear will protect from UV as any other clear coat would. So my base coat's not going to continue to fade and like it has been. And yeah, like, if you look at a FighterJet, like an F-14 that's been in service with the Air Force for 20 years, it's got a weathered, kind of dulled gray look, and that's perfectly encapsulated by the look of this car now. And that's kind of why I love it so much. It's kind of what I'm happy about. It's perfectly on brand for the FighterJet Vet. I just think it's really cool. I kind of really love how this came out. As far as next steps go, is the top. I will make a video about this. For those that don't know, the plexiglass target tops on these cars, even C5s and C6s, they all have this issue. They'll oxidize over the years. This is supposed to be window clear, but I just got light coming through, and you can't make out anything like a window. So what you do with this is you do wet sand it down and get that layer of oxidation off, and you also clear coat it. I won't be using the Papi's Patina Wipe-On Clear Coat. I am going to buy a clear coat spray just because I want to ensure that this is window clear so that I have my proper clear top again. And that's my next step. And from the outside, of course, it's tinted, so it will essentially just look like gloss black paint on the top. And then from underneath, it looks like a window. But yeah, overall, guys, this came out pretty good. I'm more than happy with it, I gotta say. I definitely would recommend this product. Just know what you're getting going into it. I knew going into it I would see streaks. I would see, you know, some air bubbles and some runs and stuff. And I fully knew that, and I expected it. But the thing is, I expected a lot more of it. And it's pleasantly surprised me how little there actually is of all these defects and issues. And so, like, I don't know, I guess I would say I'm kind of speechless. Like, I really thought this would come out a whole lot worse, and I just kind of thought I'd do it anyway and show you guys the process and what it would look like. If anybody's been wondering, like, as far as cars with, you know, 80s GM cars, 90s GM cars, all of our clear coats fail. You guys know very well that 80s GM clear coat fails, and like, this product is kind of just perfect to make your car look a bit better. Like, it doesn't have to look perfect, but like, it looks quite a bit better right now, you know. These guys are always stopping me. It's weird. I'm starting to be known. You know, I had that other red Jeep screaming FighterJet. I'm not used to this, but yeah, again, that's kind of my thoughts on it. You guys saw the process. Obviously, if you have any questions or concerns, leave them in the comments below. This is really cool, and like, I'm not to be one of those guys, but like, it looks freaking great from 10 feet away. You know how it is. Like, I could even kind of zoom in here, and like, it just looks kind of smooth and glossy, and like, it doesn't look like I repainted it, but it looks fresh. And I just really like it, I gotta be honest. And I haven't even done a wet sand yet, which I am planning to do. Really, really cool stuff. I mean, it's honestly a great product. Like, the self-leveling factor most definitely works. Part of what's advertised with Papi's Patina is that it's a self-leveling clear coat. So you put the applicator pad on and you streak it across, and it leaves behind all these lines and streaks. And kind of like a wood flooring lacquer, it self-levels over time as it dries, and it spreads out. It's more viscous than regular car paint, so it's able to kind of spread out and flatten. And it did. Like, yeah, there's streaks still, but you guys tell me on video, can you really tell from right here, unless you're looking at the right angle, and you can see like these streaks and lines? And then once again, I know I'm a broken record here, but you can wet sand that out and it will come out glass smooth and perfect. So like, I really don't see it as being such a big issue. You can probably make out the streaks. Yeah, here we go. At this angle, directly in the sun head on right here. That's a great example. Again, it's hard to tell with the silver paint, but right here, you can see the streaks there. And again, can be wet sanded out and it will look great. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Once again, huge thanks to my friend Joe at SidewaysNA on Instagram and YouTube. Huge help for letting me use his garage. Really cool guy. He's got really awesome cars. Massive help. Even he was just chill the whole process, helped me film, helped me do everything. Didn't care that I was taking his time and taking up his garage space. So definitely check him out. He's got some great content too. Really cool guy. A lot of funny videos, a lot of funny memes, and just he's awesome at drifting. So yeah, I would go check him out. His link will also be in the description, and I'll put his @ up on the screen here. Thank you guys again for watching. I would say, after all this, I recommend Papi's Patina Wipe-On Clear Coat. Also, for reference, this is the high gloss one. This is not the matte finish, of course. So yeah, thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you around.